Hello, 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 and welcome to another Dominaria. Uh, oops. Welcome to another Dominaria draft here on the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome, welcome. This is actually incredibly difficult because Tatyova's busted and it's very easy to splash. But Gyzingulating Inferno is also busted. So we're choosing between two busted cards. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. Huh. This is really tricky. It's between these two cards for sure. Wizard's Lightning is definitely worse than Jazz, and every other card is worse than the Tatyova. I think I've played with both these cards. I think Gyzingulating Inferno is more game winning. I'm going to take that card. It requires a little bit of building around, but I think it's worth it. Tatyova is really good though. That's a really close pick. I'd be interested to hear what everyone has to think about it. But having played with both cards, I think this card's just absurd. Now I can take a Garna. It goes well with the Gyzingulating Inferno as a legendary creature. It's also just, I mean, this pack is kind of bad. This card's Divination's fine, Dark Bargain's fine, Crows and Druid's fine, Get Your Journey Mage is fine, but I think Garna's worth playing here, especially because it's a legendary to go with my Immolating Inferno. It's just by far the best card in this pack in terms of power level. Dark Bargain's like second place, I think. But yeah. Okie doke. Huh. Now in a bit of a pickle. There is not a good, great black or red card. Get Your Journey Mage is fine, but not exceptional. This card's pretty bad. This card's pretty bad. Llanowar Elves is good, but I'm not looking to play. I guess I could just play green red or something, or I could play blue red. So I can still just take the best card in the pack. And I think the best card is either Blink of an Eye or Llanowar Elves. So now I just kind of think of archetypes and like which legends are in each color pair. I think green red might have be better for a Gyzingulating Inferno deck because I can use the extra mana and stuff. Blink of an Eye is also good. It's very good, but I don't know. It's close. Also, which card would be better to have a Garna with? I think I'm gonna take Llanowar Elves. It leads to a more splashing style where it could maybe splash the Garna, and yeah. So now there's a Sisay, a Shanna, but don't think I'm going to be playing green-white at this rate. I could still abandon my first two picks, but I really don't want to. Spore Swarm is fine, but not insane. I mean, it's great in Saprolings, but it's not insane in a lot of decks. Another Blink of an Eye. There's a Primordial Worm, but I'm not taking that. Shanna is quite good. Maybe green-white tokens is open. I could take Blink of an Eye and hedge my bets. I think I'll take Spore Swarm. It's just a solid card. It'll make any of my decks. And yeah, none of these cards are insane. Blink of an Eye is probably the best card, but best card after a Shanna or something. But now there's another Shanna. There's also a Mishra Self-Replicator, which is the type of card that I would like to have in a deck where I'm going after historic cards already. There's also the Shanna, which goes well with my Spore Swarm and my Llanowar Elves. And it is legendary for that, but I don't think I would want that. I think Replicator is quite good if you have the right deck for it, and having an Inferno makes me want to build a deck that can have as many legends as I can get, and getting a second payoff for that could make my deck more consistent. And then I could maybe wheel the Tome, but I don't think Tome is great. I also like Shanna, but I don't really want to give up my Inferno. I also just passed a Shanna. I think I'm going to take the Replicator, and then just take every single green or red legend I see. I do like Blood Tallow Candle when I have a Self-Replicator. I don't think I want to play Gideon's Reproach. I'm trying to play green-red right now, and Splash Black is my plan. So, keeping that in mind. Blood Tallow Candle is just a nice card with the Replicator. I'm not looking to play blue, not really looking to play white, but that is a fairly late Gideon's Reproach. Jousting Lance should be fine in this deck, especially because I have a Spore Swarm Might have replicator tokens. It is a legendary card for the replicator, so I'm just pretty happy to pick up Jousting Lance here. A white legend. White looks like it was kind of open here. I could just take Voltaic Servant over an Unwind, a Broken Bond. I think I will take the Voltaic Servant and try to get a Broken Bond a little bit later. Now a Sparring Construct. Probably not playing that. I don't think it's very good. Memorial. Orcish Vandal's not great, though it's kind of funny with Mission Replicator if there's a board stall. I can get an Orcish Vandal later, though, if I want one. I'll take the Memorial. I don't think Wall's insane, but I think it's better than these other cards, so I think I'll take it and maybe try it. Yeah, there's a Combat Trick. There's also a Sergeant at Arms. I don't really have a color because I've been taking all colorless cards. I could take Sergeant at Arms, though I don't think it's great. I think Gift of Growth is a great combat trick in this format. Just because it's pretty hard to play around +4/+4. Cabal Vandal. Another artifact. We're just so many artifacts. So red wasn't really open there. If we had shifted into green-white, and taken the first Shanna, though then we wouldn't have the Spore Swarm to go with the Shanna. We could have had 2 Shannas though. And then we wouldn't have a couple of these cards. Oh my gosh, Siege Gang Commander. This card is busted. I'm very happy I'm playing red because I have 2 busted red cards. Sarah Angel's also nice. Arvod's nice, but I'm not playing those colors, obviously. But obviously taking Siege Gang Commander is just a busted card. And then I'm pretty much just trying to take every single legendary creature I can find to go with my Jayas. And still figuring out my colors, but probably playing red, green, and splashing black. But easy Siege Gang here. This is a great card. This is legendary, but I'm not playing white. This is a good card, but I'm not playing blue. I don't think Knight of Malice is worth splashing for. But neither is Fungal Infection. I don't really want Adventurous Impulse, though it can't help me find Siege Gang. I'm going to take the Knight of Malice and maybe just not play green. That's still an option. So I will keep that in mind and just take the Knight of Malice. Urza's Tome is fine. Not really in the market for Goblin War Chief. Guardians Recoilless is medium. I could just take this as a sideboard card. I could take an Adventurous Impulse. Take my black card, use my red cards, use my colorless cards. So I'll just sort by color right now. I'm playing red because I have just 2 busted red bombs, especially if I can get some legendaries, but I haven't really seen any red or black legendaries. I'm going to take the Urza's Tome. There's not really much here for me. I don't really need a Guardians, and Urza's Tome can be fine. Skittering Surveyor is perfect for this deck. It's historic for the Mishra's Replicator. It helps me get mana. Helps me find my splash color if I'm splashing black, or if I splash green for a legend. It's just all around a great card in my deck. Calico Skin, which is also nice, but I've got a ton of artifacts, ton of artifact synergy. Jor's Familiar is cool. Makes a lot of my cards cheaper, hopefully. I don't really want a second Jousting Lance. I think you only really want one. And I do like having creatures that are also artifacts to trigger my stuff. I do like Thallid Omnivore, but I'm not sure I'm playing black right now. And flyers are good. Don't think I need a Llanowar Envoy. I'm not really that desperate for fixing. I'm just going to take the Familiar. I have a ton of stuff that makes cheaper. I don't really want a Power Stone Shard. I don't really want a Partic Wanderer. Cabal Paladin's interesting with all these historic cards. I think I'm just going to take the Bailoff Gorger, though. Keep my thoughts of maybe playing green-red alive. I'm playing draft right now, not me. Maybe some other time. I think draft is pretty fun. Between this and the Paladin, I just think Bailoff Gorger is so much better. Paladin is just kind of meh. The Antiquities War. Oh my gosh, this card's actually hilarious in my deck. Look, I have 8 artifacts. It's always going to draw me a card. So the pick is between Antiquities War and kind of giving up on some stuff and just playing like all artifacts plus Antiquities War. But then when I don't draw my Antiquities War, it's kind of bad. I'm just going to take Sapling Migration, I think. Yeah, feels bad, man, but I think it is the pick. And another Sapling Migration is pretty nice here. Over like a Dark Bargain, which would be off the splash, and another Jousting Lance. But I think Sapling Migration is quite good. And now I can take any legend in the Jund colors. And my Skittering Surveyor helps me play it. I'm going to take a Keldon Raider. It's just a good red card. I am playing red, and having more red cards is going to be nice. It doesn't really matter that it's double red, because I need the double red anyway for these cards. And don't really think I need Llanowar Envoy. Don't think I'm going to be splat playing this as one of my off-color lands. Yeah, just going to take the Keldon Raider. Venturous Impulse could be nice. Feral Abomination maybe out of the sideboard. I really need a way to deal with big stuff. Yeah, now let's swap I can burn mana cost, see what I'm working with here. I have Mishra Self-Replicator is going to be very good when I draw it. Doors Familiar looks pretty good in my deck. Not so sure about this wall. The Gift of Growth, I like it. Over the Gaia's Protector. Not sure I need Knight of Malice. Keldon Overseer is a nice card. Just a 5-level card. Yeah, the Emulating Inferno is currently unplayable. Despite opening it and then trying to take every legend we saw. Good night. Oh my gosh. Well, this. Yeah, I'm recording right now, Jack. So. Okie doke. Shalai is a busted card. I think I'm just going to take it and try to splash white instead of splashing black. It's just that good. Shan is also nice. Eviscerate's nice. Sapling Migration is nice. But Shalai is just so good in my deck, especially because I have double Sapling Migration. And now there's a Halar, which is perfect in this deck. I do have Spore Crown plus 2 Sapling Migrations, and then there's a Shivan Fire, but having legendary creatures is just exactly what I'm looking for in this deck. The Spore Crown would be nice with Spore Swarm and all that stuff. So I think it goes Halar, then Stallid, then Shivan Fire in my book here. Halar is not going to be bad in my deck, but it's just not as good as it could be. But I just really want to enable this. There's another Antiquities War. That's insane. There's an Adeliz, but I'm not playing blue. Wow, Antiquities War would actually be so sick in my deck. Shalai is also just crazy in my deck. I like Gitu Chronicler. I think I'll take it. He gives it the best card for me. And now that I'm splashing white, I can take this Tiana. Perfect, we got there. Spore Swarm is nice. I like Gitu Chronicler, but now we have enough legendaries to play our Inferno. And we're justifying the white splash. We have our Surveyor to help with our mana. Impulse can find lands in a pinch. Whew, we got there, folks. This deck's looking sweet now. You really need 3 legends minimum to play Inferno. At that point, it's pretty good, but not playing black for that card anymore. Not going to splash a Sergeant at Arms. Could take another Candle. Could take an Ether Glider. I think I'm just going to take Broken Bond, though. It's a pretty good sideboard card. Sometimes main deckable if you need it. This deck's looking quite good. Another Sapling Migration. Don't mind if I do. Dang, that Spore Crown Thallid would have been insane in this deck. Halar versus Spore Crown Thallid versus Shivan Fire. Triple Sapling Migration. Deck is really coming together. I feel like green was very open, and I could have had like a great green-white tokens deck, because I could have had 2 Shannas if I jumped in on them, but I'm not sure if, I don't know. It's close. Gonna take out Voltaic Servant. First Eruption is not insane. Pierce Disguise is kind of nice. I'm not gonna play Memorial to Glory as one of my splashings, but Pierce Disguise is a nice little sideboard card. I like to have at least 1 Broken Bond and 1 Pierce Disguise in my green sideboard, so pretty happy to get there on those. Don't think I need Urza's Tome. Maybe I'll just play Voltaic Servant over it. Because I can basically give one of my guys Vigilance, Pseudo Vigilance. Warlord's Fury is not great. Corrosive Ooze is fine sometimes. I think I'll take Corrosive Ooze. Maybe I'll take Fire Elemental. I don't think I need a more top end though. I also don't really need more bottom end. I guess I'll take Fire. Fire Elemental or a 2-drop. I think I'll just take Fire Elemental. Should be fine. If one of those good cards for me wheels, I'm going to be very happy. Radiating Lightning is a fine sideboard card. I think I'm going to take another Pierce Disguise over it, though. Sometimes my deck doesn't really have a ton of removal, and so if I play against a lot of flyers, I could be in trouble. Guess I'll take another, just a red 3-drop. I think this is an 18-land deck. Though I do have Adventurous Impulse, which is kind of like a land in some decks. I see you changed your 500 Bolas Buster board. What, you don't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, I just changed up the whole system. Time Traveling Wizard. For people who don't know, Bolas Bucks are like a reward currency thing you get for watching the stream. Just, yeah. Another Broken Bond, nice. I might just main deck a Broken Bond and cut some of my less impressive cards. Don't love Keldon Overseer in this deck. I don't think a 3-mana 3/1 haste is what this deck wants. These are basically 2-drops. Voltaic Servant doesn't have any particular combos, but it is kind of cool. It is kind of good with the Self-Replicator. This is a 2-drop artifact. I think it's probably better than the Urza's Tome as a defensive card. Can also get my stuff like Pseudo Vigilance. Like my Familiar, pretty much, is the only card that would matter. I can side in the Urza's Tome, but I think it's a bit slow for a lot of main decks. I'm going to bring in Broken Bond over the Servant, I think. And I don't think... I think 18 lands is fine in this deck. I have a lot of good mana sinks. I have Replicator, Shalai, all these kicker cards. Yeah. Yeah, so our color... Combine groups. This is my white cards. I'm going to add 2 planes to go get. This is 16, 18. Yeah, that seems good to me. Okie doke. Save and play. You are main decking a Broken Bond. We'll see how that works out. And we do want to play first with this deck because we don't have a ton of like cheap removal or anything like that. We are going to keep this. We have Mishra's Self-Replicator, which is one of our best cards. And we are going to lead with our Adventurous Impulse. Okay, we found a forest. Bottom. So now we know 2 of the cards that are on the bottom of our deck. So do we want to just run out our sapling migration? We do have 6 lands in play because this is like a virtual 6th land. I don't think we're going to kill our opponent with just 1/1 beatdowns. And we don't have anything to do, really, so we're just going to pass. Our opponent, I'm not, if it is playing blue, so they could be playing like a Wizards deck, in which case I can just play the sapling migration at a later time, and it'll still be pretty close to as good. I just don't think I'm beating my opponent down in this matchup. Okay, Jousting Lance. Okay. So I could play with the Surveyor, but I kind of want to get the Replicator going, and the Surveyor is my only card to trigger it right now. So I think I'm just going to play my Llanowar Elves and pass. Next turn, play the Replicator. Next turn, play the Surveyor. Okay, Tolarian Scholar, not really afraid of that. And blue-white doesn't really have great ways to kill it. They could like deep freeze it, but that doesn't like help them a ton. Okay, they're just equipping. That is fine by me. I'm going to play my land this turn, but I'm going to play it after I play my Surveyor. Pay 1. Up. Get a Plains. Play a Plains. Go to combat. 3. And the next turn, my Jousting Lance is going to make 2 more guys. I think I'm just going to jump here. I'm going to have infinite bodies on the battlefield. So I'm just going to not want to like get burst out by him playing a flyer here and getting me. Like if he played a Sarah Angel here, I'd be on a 3-turn clock or a 2-turn clock actually. Yeah, exactly. This is the exact problem I would have. But now I'm at 16. He's never getting through on the ground again. Okay, put a card on the bottom. And 1 on top. Okay, that's a good draw. Okay. So I could equip and attack, or I could attack with both, and then play the Gift of Growth if he blocks. I'm going to attack with both. If he blocks, that's good for me. And killing his flyer is really good for me. I don't know if he's supposed to block there. Okay, Snapper. Okay, 4 more tokens. They're very good chump blockers. And now any of my artifacts that I draw makes 4 2/2s. pretty insane. Okay. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to attack here, bud. Oh, okay, that's a good draw. I mean, once I draw a creature I can use it with. Going to equip it to one of my saplings. And pass. If I attacked all out, he could go block, 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 block. Okay, so he can kill one of my tokens. Yeah, that's unfortunate. He tapped all of his blue mana. Interesting. I'll just take it. That was a good draw. Now I can just start chumping. I'm just gonna have all the time in the world. He's only attacking with one creature. I'm just gonna equip my flyer and start hitting him in the air, so. No, I forgot to equip. That was quite poor. I changed it from a 3-turn clock to a 4-turn clock to a 5-turn clock by forgetting to equip there. Unfortunate. That could cost me the game. Though I guess I can just alpha past him. Ooh, that was a great draw. I probably could have just equipped this later, but I wanted it to be as a blocker. So we're going to cast our Halar here. Make about 1 million tokens. Oh, I didn't have to pay as much for it. Opponent says LOL. I'm just going to go wide past him, I think. And then next turn, okay. No attack. Next turn we'll Inferno him and then attack all out. Also, we just have lethal without doing that. Because we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 tokens. We'll take... no point in risking it. We'll block, but block. This way, if he goes mountain, fight with fire, we don't lose. We have 12 tokens that are all 2/2s. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. He can block 5 of them. That's 7 2/2s getting through, plus this guy, plus this guy, plus this guy. Yeah, self-replicator is pretty good. If you build around it, of course. Sarah Angel. Okay, definitely bringing in our Pierce Disguise, both of them. He can't really play around our Inferno, so we're just going to cast it. Not blocker. Nine. Okay. Not going to pay for any of these. Yeah, my opponent concedes. This is a screenshot moment, though. Okay. I'm going to take a snip of this. File, save as. Replicator. Triggers. It's just so funny. There's so many of them. That's hilarious. Okay, bringing in both our Pierce Disguise. We saw one thing, target for Broken Bond, but I think our main problem is just going to be the flyer, so we're going to take out the Broken Bond. And we're going to take out Spore Swarm, I think. Yeah. Took out Spore Swarm because it's just like a medium role player in our deck. Ooh, this is another great hand. Hello, Self-Replicator. We're going to keep. Going to lead with our Adventurous Impulse. Okay, we're going to take a Mountain. We already have double green. Candle and Forest to the bottom. So now we're in the same spot we were last game where we have to decide whether or not we want to Surveyor before we Replicator. I think the answer is probably no. Especially because we have all these extra lands, so we don't need them to hit our land drops. However, we don't want to take 4, so we are going to cast our Shalai here. Actually, we're going to cast our Kelton Raider and discard our Mountain. Thank you so much. I am Death9090 for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, the Sphinx. We're going to just go with our Replicator. So loud, yeah. I changed the volume back down. Yeah, the volume is a problem sometimes. I turned it down, hopefully. I'm not really sure how it works. There, maybe that'll help too. So I could go Plains and Shalai to avoid taking 3, but I think I'm just gonna. But then he could kill. I don't think he has ways to kill the Replicator, so I'm just gonna slam Replicator and just take the 3. And then the Shalai will protect my Replicator. All he had was like a bounce spell. And sir, yes, sir. Glad I could follow, sir. You don't need to call me sir. Call me Nikolai or Bolas or whatever. I guess you could call me sir if you wanted. Just yeah. Okay, please don't kill myself, Replicator. Replicator is so cool. No, don't do it. Don't do it. No. Buddy. Buddy. No. Dang it. I think we are just going to cast our Shalai this turn. Just so to stem the bleeding. And so that his Journey Mage can't attack and easy block. So it ends up being a 2 for 2, which is fine. Hmm. Gonna try and cast this. Okay, so he does have Syncopate up. Okie doke. Unfortunate. You have plenty of value though. Not gonna block that guy. We have this guy to block those two guys, and then we can just play like a sapling migration. Okie doke. And then next turn we can Jousting Lance and equip it for a Surveyor plus Jousting Lance or something. This way if he has a bounce spell, he has to bounce this guy. He can't just bounce a token. These blocks are good for me. Hmm. Hmm. I'm going to Surveyor into Gorger here, just so I have another blocker for his 2/2s. And then I can start playing my Jousting Lances and stuff. Deep Freeze, okay. Ooh, that's a great draw. Halara is going to be huge. Because we're about to cast 2 kicker spells in a row here. I can also go Chronicler to get back a Migration to have another kicker spell. Opponent's also got to be afraid of Jaya's Inferno now. No. He's bouncing my token. Okay. Land is always nice. Okay, deal 1 to the opponent and pass the turn. And then we can just start to, then we can get to Chronicler back another one. Ooh, nice draw. This lets me equip and attack with Halar, so I think I'm going to equip Halar first. And the first strike can keep the other cards at bay. Oh yeah, just how we drew it up. Whew. That was pretty good match. Our Mishra's Replicator did good work. Maybe I could have played that second game a little bit better, but I think it went pretty well overall. I was paired against someone of equal rank. I'm on the draw. I have a Surveyor. I have an Impulse. I'm going to keep this hand. I don't really want to mulligan. And Impulse can hopefully find me a land. And then I only need one more. So I'm kind of treating the Impulse as a land in this scenario. And I have 18 lands. And found one. Let's go. I'm going to put Candle and then Growth. And I'm going to run out with a Migration on turn 2 here. So don't get run over by potentially aggro start. Also, this way I can just cast some cards. Oh, please land. No attack. He also doesn't have a third land. But he doesn't have anything to cast. Who would have thought? Both stuck here. Dang it, he hit his land first. What could he have? He could have Fervent Strike. What could he have for 3 mana? You could have a kill spell for one of them. I'll just triple block. Land. Let's go. Never doubted myself. Can I get a Plains? Now I can cast Shalai. And then I can play my Mishra's Replicator at some point. Cyclops is not as scary for me when I have my Shalai coming. I could also have just cast my Keldon Raider there, but I like playing the Shalai. It keeps my Mishra's Replicator safe. Yikes. Unfortunate. I have to take 4. I'm going to cast my Keldon Raider here. And I will discard the Plains. Try to find more gas. Also, yeah, just going through my deck a little bit farther doesn't hurt me, really. And now I can block Cyclops if he attacks with it, so I can just double block it and he can't kill my Keldon Raider. Yeah, he must have something. That worked out nicely for him. He essentially used his removal spell on my guy. Replicator, and I'm going to take a little bit of a hit here. But I can like double block one of them and take 6, and then I can just get the train rolling. I wonder what he has. If he has something with kicker, like, it's not great for me, but that worked out really well for me. I'm just going to Jousting Lance, and then I'm going to +4/+4 my guy to fight that guy. Finally got the 4/4 off the table. Okay, I take 2. That's pretty great for me. Good draw. It's really good with the Jousting Lance because I can just slowly grind through his stuff. And I have Inferno for when I eventually draw one of my legends. We're just going to block like this. Pretty normal blocks. He's trying to trade off before I can start equipping with my lance. But that works out really nicely for me. I essentially trade 2 1s and a 1/2 for his board. Okay, I'm going to have to kill that with my candle. Or that. Alar. Beautiful, perfect draw. If he doesn't have a kill spell, I'm in great shape. If he does have a kill spell, then it would have been better to not equip there. Hard to say which is better. Maybe it would have just been better to play it a little bit safer. But I could still just draw a land and still go Blood Tallow Candle. Oh dear. So I can do this for 2, 4, and still kill this. I think I like that play. Okay. X is currently 2. And then I'm just going to try and kill him as fast as possible. Soon I'm going to have Blood Tallow Candle up so I can like kill one of his guys. Okay, so he had found to settle the score. And now I have an onboard removal spell. I'm liking my spot here. He's probably holding a land. So he has to find several good draws in a row. I don't think I can lose as long as my blood tallow candle's up, so I think I'm just going to hold it up. I don't have lethal the next turn this way, but this way, if he draws like a card that takes my guy and gives haste, then I still have my card. Okay. So we know he has a card that Broken Bond can kill. He's a pretty aggressive deck. But I think my migrations are going to be fine against him. Jousting Lance seems a little bit sketchy. I feel like I'm going to be on the back foot a little bit. Self-Replicator seems sketchy too. I still probably want it. He had a flyer. He had one flyer that I saw, but I don't think it's that much of a threat. It's kind of easy to kill. I mean, and it's also not very big. He had a couple 1/2s, a couple 2/2s. How can I not remember all this really basic stuff? Oh, man. He made some trades. He had like a 3/2, a 2/2s. Yeah, I just want my own 2/2. I'll take out a Gift of Growth. That seems fine. This is a great hand. We're going to keep it easily. I'm definitely glad I have a 2-drop to play instead of a combat trick, though. Second Mountain's actually a good draw for me, because now I can cast my Siege Gang Commander. Don't know if my opponent can beat Siege Gang Commander. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Though it doesn't pump toughness, so Siege Gang can still get like 4 of his guys. No creature is so good for me here. I'm not going to play my Sapling Migration because if he continues to do nothing, I want to be able to kick it later. Juggernaut, yikes. Juggernaut plus Jousting Lance, eh? We're just going to cast it normally. And we're going to start jumping. Yep. I don't really feel like taking 7. Just me. Okay, so I can Replicator, next turn Candle, copy, or I could just Siege Gang. I'm just going to Siege Gang. If he doesn't kill the Siege Gang, then I'm going to be able to kill the Juggernaut by double doing things. If he does kill the Siege Gang, I still have all the tokens for chumping. Do I want to attack into that? Probably not. I'm just going to be on the full defensive here. And if I wait till 7 mana, I can like guarantee. Okay, so he does have a way to kill it. Okay. Let's see what we find. Halar. Take this out of that. That to the bottom, that to the bottom. I'm going to play the Halar. I'm going to play the Blood Tallow Candle. This way I can kill the Juggernaut next turn, even if he kills my Halar. How big is this going to be? Half your life total. Okay, so I can do a big ding to him so that the thing will be smaller. Okay. Land is great here. 1, 2, 3. Deal 5 to all of them. Then hit him for a bunch of damage. Hitting him for 7. So he'll have like an 8/8. Yeah, he has an 8/8. And he has that thing. Bringing him back up to 10 life. Okay. He can't really attack me with the 8/8. Okay, I can just kill that with my candle. And I'll pass. Next turn I can Skittering Surveyor and start the chain on the Mishra's Replicator. Also, then I'll have a land to discard my Raider. Sure. I do not mind. Okay. That's a great draw. I think I'm just going to cast this with Kicker. Start the Halar. Make that guy start getting bigger. Give myself a way to go wide past my opponent. I also have the Skittering Surveyor combo set up. And my opponent concedes. Next turn I was going to Skittering Surveyor, Kelvin Raider, discard a land, but he's not really in a good spot this game. I can just attack past him, really. He can block my 2 biggest guys, which are these 2, and he still takes 2, 8, and then he dies the next turn, pretty much. So I would have to be careful not to die on the crackback, but pretty easy matches so far. We've wanted to pierce this guy both games. We'll run it back, though. I still like the Broken Bond. You don't want to have too many situational cards, because then if you like draw both and they're both dead, then you're kind of screwed. The deck is firing on all cylinders. Adventurous Impulse has been very good for me. Helps me find my lands, and yeah, I like 18 lands in this deck too. I do want to play first. This is a keep. It's not insane, but I have a bunch of lands in my deck. And I have a Legend and my Joyous Familiar and my Inferno, so Genghis, his John. I'm going to cast my Migration, though. just want to find lands now. Yikes. Gonna try and kill the Knight of Malice. He's not attacking and he's not blocking. I'm not going to attack this turn. Kind of wrecks him if he has like a fungal infection or something. And I found my plane, so that was nice. If he has something, it's annoying, but he's using it on a sapperling token, so it's like a kind of like half for one because my sapperling was like not really worth a full card. If he doesn't have anything, it works out nicely for me. And maybe he had a 4-drop he wanted to play that turn, but that he didn't. Threadshade, yikes. I'm going to cast July, then hope to draw a mountain and kill his whole board. No. Not like this. Feels bad, man. And now I have to draw a mountain and hope he doesn't have removal. I do have Spore Swarm to buy me a turn. He can put me to 2 life if he pumps his Dreadshade a bunch. Oh, this is so perfect. Mountain. Dang, if I could have cast my Inferno there, I would have won. That's so frustrating. If I had another mountain, then I'd be in great shape. Ugh. I'll block all 3. And that's game. Was there a mountain? It was a mountain. Oh man, that's tilting. That's why you don't look. I was curious because, yeah, if I had not played this, I would have had an extra land. I have 3, 4, 5. I would have only been able to do 3 damage. So if he kicks that, I discard Forest and this thing. Draw 3, 3, 3. Hit him. I mean, pretty good spot there. Okay, so he has some big stuff. Didn't see any targets with broken bonds, so that's coming out. This guy looks like a trade with a couple of things in his deck, maybe. I'll bring in Fire Elemental. Oh, another great hand. Dang it. That's really unfortunate. That is like the worst possible way for that to go for me. Hopefully I draw a mountain this game so I can use my Inferno. Man, this is just not my game for drawing mountains. Not my match for mountains. Dread Shade on turn 3 would be very scary and hard for me to beat. Oh man, I need another mountain. This hand doesn't do anything without another mountain. All these cards are essentially double red. Another fungal infection on my sapling. Interesting. Omnivore. Opponent's also color screwed. Oh, it's a Torgar. Mountain would be quite nice. Sadly, no luck. Jeez. Just getting smashed up. Oh, man. That is not how you want it to go. Oh, he got his color. Oh, man. I don't really want to go to 3 because he has so many dangerous cards that can kill me from 3. Like, all his cards are like 3 power. Hey, mountain. Fire Elemental. I might have to go for the double block here. He already used 2 fungal infections. He could also just kill my Fire Elemental before it's relevant. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Dang, very sad. You can tell because I almost cried. Oh, that's not good. Oh, man. That's game. Unfortunate. Jeez. Well, we got the 2-1 with our deck. Couldn't quite get the 3-0. Our draws just didn't come together the way we needed to. Our lands situation was too difficult in that final round. But yeah, our deck was fun. I think we played pretty well. But yeah, that is going to do it for this draft video. if you are watching this on YouTube and you enjoyed it, be sure to click that thumbs up and subscribe to get updates for whenever I post new content and to show your support. Also, if you have any comments or questions about the draft or the gameplay, be sure to leave them in the comments section down below, and I will happily respond with my thoughts or answers, or just say hi down there. I always enjoy seeing and interacting with you folks. If you would like to catch me streaming live, you can find me on twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. There will be a link to that in the description below. And be sure to leave a follow if you would like. If you would like to connect with me on social media, you can find me on Twitter. Tweet me at NicolaiBolas. I post there whenever I go live, whenever I have a 3-hour deck list, and whenever I have a new YouTube video. But anyway, that is going to do it for this YouTube video. We didn't get the trophy, but we came close once again, and we played our best, so that's all you can ask for. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.